Hi, I'm Adele and I'm a Civil Engineering Apprentice for South Gloucestershire Council. I work in the Highway Maintenance Department and I'm based in operations. I'm a second year student in my apprenticeship and hopefully after my apprenticeship I would like to do a degree apprenticeship at UE. Why I chose this specific apprenticeship? I chose it because from a young age I was always interested in construction, so understanding how bridges support the weight above them and things like that. And it was my mum that actually pushed me towards apprenticeship. She thinks they're a really great way to get a head start in your career and gain experience whilst learning. And I just searched the internet for apprenticeships that would benefit me, and this one cropped up, and I applied for it, and I was shortlisted for an interview, and I was successful, and within a matter of days, I was offered the job. So an average day for me is meeting contractors, designers, and operatives, but mostly site engineers. So I've taken more of an active role as a site engineer over the past few months, which means I'm responsible for levelling. I produce permits. Now, permits are really important because before we can carry out a job, we need to be aware of the cables and the pipes above and below ground. Complete sign orders, so making sure that signs are the correct visibility for pedestrians. I complete estimations of costs, so that's producing forecast costs and actual costs, so pricing up everything and making sure that we stay within budget. I supervise operatives, so making sure that they follow health and safety guidelines and that everything is running smoothly. What I think is great about apprenticeships, so the positives are you're gaining training, qualifications and experience all in one, hands-on training, you gain confidence, there is potential to progress in your chosen field, and there's opportunity to be mentored by skilled, qualified professionals within your workplace. And also you get a student discount card, which is always handy. My greatest achievement is probably when I was awarded the ICE scholarship. It's a £1,000 grant and only 10 students within the UK are awarded it each year. It's quite hard to get, but you fill in an application form and then you go for a formal interview where you're interviewed by 2 professionals. I am currently preparing for my EngTech review on top of my apprenticeship, and it's basically having a title after your name, which helps you go for promotions and things like that. I'm most proud of probably covering for a site engineer for 2 weeks, so I was trusted solely with operating the total station and the grade laser for levels and the drainage for Wraxall Road through-about scheme. It was very challenging, but it was also very rewarding when I successfully managed to pull it off. The negatives about apprenticeships is probably having to juggle both studying and working at the same time, but I achieved this by organising my time effectively and efficiently.